Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Donna Berger. I'm the Director of the Office of Traffic Safety with the Department of Public Safety. A record number of Minnesotans are now buckling up, 95%. But tragically, in the last 5 years, we've lost 587 motorists on our Minnesota roads, just from not wearing their seatbelts. And sadly, Saturday's motorcycle crash in Alexandria that killed both the rider and his passenger has pushed traffic fatalities on our Minnesota roads to 100 deaths in 2014. The reason we're here today is not for the statistics, but for the people behind them. Every single person who has died on our roads has left behind loved ones, and the pain from that cannot be erased. We're committed to doing all we can to prevent needless deaths on our roadways. Today, we're announcing a 2-week enhanced enforcement and education campaign targeting seatbelt and child car seat use. Nearly 400 Minnesota law enforcement agencies will increase their patrols now through June 1st. The goal is to encourage all motor vehicle occupants, whether you're drivers, passengers, children, in every seat, even in the back, to buckle up or be in the appropriate, properly secured car seat or booster seat. In addition to the enhanced enforcement, you will also hear and see media messages reminding us all of the importance of seatbelts and car seats. There are far too many preventable deaths and life-altering injuries occurring on our roads, and you can do something about it. Buckle up. It's the law, and it's your best defense in case of a crash. I would now like to introduce Sgt Dwayne Seats of the White Bear Lake Police Department.
Thank you, Donna. As you can see, I'm in law enforcement, but today I'm here as a father. In the summer of 2009, my daughter Samantha was home from college, and on the night of August 3rd, she was with dozens of her friends at a house party in Inver Grove Heights. Many of the kids were drinking, and some of them were taking turns riding motor scooters around the neighborhood. 2 of the girls didn't return from their scooter ride, and the group soon learned that they were in a crash and taken to Regions Hospital. Sam hopped into a car with a girlfriend, clicked on her seatbelt, and they set off to the hospital to go see their friends. As a passenger, Sam was sending and receiving text message updates about what was happening. Meanwhile, her friend was reaching speeds of 80 miles per hour on Highway 52. Sam tapped the driver's arm to give her an update, and when the driver looked away from the road, the car drifted into the center median, hit a culvert, and it somersaulted and rolled about 5 times. As you can see from the photos, the car was demolished. The violent rolling broke Sam's neck and injured her spinal column. But as the car finally came to a stop, she was still in the car, she was still in her seat, and she was still alive. Why? Because she was wearing her seatbelt. Sam was in surgery for 8 hours. She had her C5 and C6 vertebrae fused front and back. And it took more than a month for her right hand to regain its strength and lose the pain caused from the spinal cord injury. She's lost some neck mobility and missed a semester of school, but she can walk, and she graduated on time in May of 2012. I think so much about her crash, seeing her broken little body in that hospital bed. I wouldn't wish my feelings that night on anybody. It was horrible to go through, and now it's all about realizing how close I came to losing her. She'd be dead had she not been wearing her seatbelt. Buckle up. It's the law, and it's your best defense in a crash. Trooper Kevin Kloss wrote the crash report that Sam was involved in. It's my pleasure to introduce him now.
Morning, I'm Trooper Kloss with the Minnesota State Patrol. I was the first trooper on the scene at Samantha's crash that August back in 2009. In rollover crashes, unbelted motorists are often ejected from the vehicle, and the vehicle will roll over them and kill them. In a less severe crash, a driver or a passenger might be lucky enough to break their nose on the steering wheel or chip a tooth or even run into the other passenger and cause other injuries. As we saw in Samantha's crash, because she was wearing her seatbelt, she stayed in the vehicle. Airbags are designed to work with a seatbelt. If you are not held in your seated position by your seatbelt, the airbag will not be affected. You will be ejected or, at best case, severely injured. Let me say it again, the airbags are not effective without the seatbelts. That's why we're here for this campaign. Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up, it's the law, and it's your best defense in any type of crash. So I'd like to introduce Lieutenant Eric Roeske with the Minnesota State Patrol.
Thank you, Trooper Kloss. I'm Eric Roeske with the Minnesota State Patrol. Minnesota's seatbelt law is a primary offense, meaning drivers and passengers who in all seating positions must be buckled up or in the correct child restraint. A seatbelt ticket can cost more than $100. So we want you to click your seatbelt and insist all passengers are belted as well. Wear this lap belt low and snug across your hips. Shoulder straps should never be tucked under an arm or behind the back. Children under age 13 should ride in the back seat, and kids under 4'9" should be properly fitted and secured in a car seat or booster seat. We've all said it today because it's true. Buckle up. It's the law, and it's your best defense in case of a crash. Thank you. We'll take any questions you have at this time. Yes.
Eric, how are you reaching out to young people? For example, teenagers. Do you get out into schools and bring along video and teaching aids and that sort of thing and say, look, this is your life?
Yes, we do have a program where we go into the schools and educate kids about the importance of buckling up and making smart decisions, whether they're driving in a driver or a passenger in a vehicle. We've talked about these things and we see it happen every day, that small percentage of unbelted occupants make up a huge chunk of the people who are lost every year in crashes. So it starts with the young people, and also we appeal to their parents too, because kids are going to mimic what they see their parents do. If the parents don't buckle up, the kids aren't going to buckle up. So it's important for everyone to heed this message.
Do you see a higher percentage of incidents of this sort out of the metro area?
Do you have stats on that, Donna? I'll hand that over to Donna. She has additional information on that specifically.
Yes, to answer your question, approximately 87% of the unbuckled deaths occur in greater Minnesota. But that's not to say we don't have a problem statewide. And as Lieutenant Roeske mentioned, as far as education, it's very important that we also educate the parents of the teens. We do have a new program that we're trying to get in through all the driver education classes called Point of Impact. It's where you bring the parents in and educate them on the laws and give them tips on how to teach their young drivers how to ease them into driving, because unfortunately far too many get those keys past that driver exam and they're just sent on their way. And we want the teens to be safe. They follow their parents' lead. They truly do listen to their parents.
So you think that the parent can be a crucial element in this whole learning process?
Absolutely. The parent is the real enforcer. They're the ones that are spending, day in and day out with their teens. So as they're growing up, the children see what their parents are doing and their habits behind the wheel, and then once they go through driver's ed, it's very important for the parents to be involved in that and to still have that time behind the wheel with them even after they get their driver's license, and enforce the rules and gradually get them into full-time driving.